Welcome back, Airbnb family. We're in San Jose, Costa Rica. I'm with Esteban. Let's take a look at his house. Airbnb family, please join me in thanking you, Esteban, for hosting us in Costa Rica while we were there in San Jose for a few days. Let me tell you guys all about Esteban and our conversation, and he showed us around San Jose, took us some really cool places, and he showed me a few awesome things that he's working on. So as you saw, this is a tour for a space that is his largest property. Looks really nice. He did a great job with this. He showed us his more economy properties, some of the first ones that he set up, and then he showed me something super unique I wasn't expecting. He has what is almost like a small motel, single family, like single floor, multiple apartments along the way. And on this property, he not only has these little mini apartments, but he has container home studios that he's using shipping containers and making studios out of them. And he's got these really cool balconies that are on the top. They put stairs on the outside of them, and they're really unique. And so there's a lot to unpack, literally, when it comes to our trip to Costa Rica. But let's talk about the data on this. So Esteban, he asked about his performance and total revenue for San Jose, and what he noticed is he's not making much more than a regular tenant would pay, not by much, with a lot of his properties. Because Costa Rica, where he is in Costa Rica, the price points for his types of listings are at a certain point, and trying to raise those prices, he's having a hard time getting those bookings. And the long-term pricing strategy we use in the States isn't as achievable in San Jose because people aren't coming in there for 3 months or 4 months at a time like you might have here in Dallas. So that was something to consider there. So, we of course looked at his listings, and we looked at his pricing strategy, we looked at minimum night stay and all sorts of things, and we made some modifications to his keywords and SEO and all these different things. And so Esteban would love to know how those tweaks are working for you. But his container homes have been doing really well because they're affordable, they're low cost to manage, and he's able to, for the same amount of revenue, make more profit at the end of the day. So he's got this fork in the road that he has to make a decision, which is, does he invest in hyper inexpensive and go for volume, or does he decide to bone up and fight with some of the more premium listings? Like, for example, this one that you just saw, this is pretty nice, and it should do well in the higher end market for Costa Rica. So he's got two paths to go, and he asked for feedback on his properties. He said, Sean, so what do you think? How's my product? How does it compare to other people in Costa Rica? And so the answer, your luxury product, awesome. The shipping container home idea is novel. Nobody else is doing anything cool like that. I think you should double down on those. After the whole trip, stuff like that and treehouse homes and stuff like that, I think are big for tourist destinations that novelty is going to win. For your other homes, you built it at a budget, and we talked about this already, like sleeper sofas, investing more in decor, pops of color, creating uniform pops of 1, 2, or 3 colors, so that way your photos are more marketable, because your your economy homes look too economy. They don't have as much marketability in the photos. Also, when I had this sit down with you, Esteban, for the rest of you, the audience here, speaking to you now, we noticed that some photos can be unsavory. Even though you're showing that you have this amenity, or you're showing that you have a blow dryer, or you're showing that you have cooking utensils, how well that photo is composed and how it looks, it has to look good. You can't take like a civilian shot with your phone of your cabinets with some pots in there. First off, a vertical photo is not good for your YouTube, for your Airbnb page, and a low quality, poorly composed photo will ruin the magic. So every photo you list can either help you sell or it could diminish the value of your space. So as long as you have more than 8 photos, don't put photos in that don't absolutely give you this exponential return on investment. If you don't have a photo that tells more of a story and tells it well, don't put it in there. So redundant photos, slightly different angles, vertical photos, poor resolution, poorly lit, like all these things have to go. So focus on photos, because with an economy property where you're giving people a good value, you're competing with a larger volume of economy properties, and the person with the better photo game wins. Because photos, 6 out of every 10 people who go on Airbnb, their first action when they click on a listing is to scroll through the photos. They don't read anything, they don't read reviews, they don't care. 60%. So that's how you battle in your economy spaces. But for Esteban, more novel stuff, more these shipping container homes. We actually talked about the synergy that would come from having more than 10 of them and building a kind of a shipping container community and making the whole area look cool, because that'll make the photos for all of them look better, and allows people to book like larger groups could book them all up and do like this themed trip, and they could all, like larger groups could experience it, and this allows you to get all of yours booked at a premium price. So but Esteban, once again, thank you for being one of the best parts of our trip to Costa Rica and hosting us on our very first couple of days. And for the rest of you, if you would like to say hi, hang out, be featured, I'm going to put the link again. We're still, of course, meeting you hosts all around the world. Esteban was just the first, so more to come. So thank you once again for watching Airbnb Automated. I hope you enjoyed Esteban's home, and I will see you on the other side.